Hello there, friends! It's the second day of Blast. We continue to watch the Tier 1 CSGO. Meanwhile, reshuffles, all kinds of rumors, some verbal confrontations and scandals continue to occur on the pro scene as usual, just how we like it. So, you're in for a very juicy video. Let's get straight to it. After winning the major, Jame continues to be in the center of everyone's attention. He gives one interview after another. Listen to what he said this time. To be honest, if it were not for the victory at the major, then with a probability of 90% I would have refused to be a captain, because the world shows us that the riflers captains show more dominance, and it is very difficult for a sniper captain to win at some tournaments, because neither I nor Heroic have won practically anything in our entire careers. The ones who win are Kerrigan, Nefani, Boomich, and so on. In my opinion, the system has fallen into decline, but fortunately, a real miracle has happened. Two teams with two sniper captains end up in the final of the major, and I even win it. Now we have to think, are there people who can be trusted with the role of an in-game leader? In the future, I do not rule out that I will refuse to be a captain. I may switch to a role of a sniper. I may be just a great help. With every day and year, it becomes harder and harder to follow the meta. Now it's more challenging to constantly improve our game and to be a top sniper. Well, it will be interesting to watch Jame outside of a role of a captain. I think he will become even a better sniper. Now, let's talk about reshuffles. Overdrive continues to provoke the audience.
Из интересного вроде Аункер опять тестит фарзов, а потом еще состав Мир, Сандьянг, Бумыч. Блять, я не замутился.
I mean, in general, it sounds good, but it's a pity that it's almost impossible, although, who knows. But I do have some official news about reshuffles. Nemiga and K23 exchanged their snipers. XSC Power moved to Nemiga and ID's balance transferred to K23. This is how the team's lineups look now. But wait, there's another rumor, and it's much more intriguing. One of the admins of the servers that players used to scrim said that EG considers ID's balance instead of Cirque. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds kind of interesting. And judging by the fact that he has just moved to a new team, it seems that this is all quite unlikely to happen. But at the same time, we must agree that very few people believed that Neolan would end up in EG2, but eventually it turns out like that. We will monitor the situation. And finally, before the matches, a small verbal exchange between YEKINDAR and NIKO. It all started with the fact that Marek in an interview after the victory against G2 said the following.
I honestly thought that they have the advantage. They had so much time to do something, to prepare new things and to like change the gameplay on all the maps. But what I saw is that they literally played the same, both on Vertigo and Mirage, and I don't know, I think they could have at least changed something.
NIKO, of course, could not remain silent about this, and in a post-match interview after the clash with Brazilians, he said,
I mean, we're not the team that we were supposed to be yesterday. If we play them today or tomorrow, I'm pretty sure we will 2-0 them. Honestly, I think also for them, like, they played a bit crazier than they usually do, I think. I don't think they don't really care as much as they do for some reason, at least like from the way they play. I don't know if YEKINDAR said it, but I'm really hoping to face them again and to smash them.
Whoa, take it easy, guys. It seems like we see a tough fight potential. Let's hope that these two teams will fight against each other in the playoffs. So, let's move on to the matches. The battle between NIP and OG opened the game day. You lose, you get eliminated. OG pick Ancient. The Swedes have failed here yesterday, as we remember, but they played much better today. As expected, the defense was dominating, and the attack was trying to win at least some rounds. As a result, the score was 10-5 in the first half, and shortly after Nexa wins the pistol round, we can see a comeback from OG coming to life. The defense is dominating the opponent, and the Swedes in attack are responding from time to time only with single rounds. So that way Nexa's team came out ahead and took the 15th round, but the Swedes do not give up and take the round from a 2 versus 4 situation beautifully.
How did they even get the bomb plant down right here? Good headshot. That might be part of it. 8 seconds. They push maybe a little bit early. And Nexa letting him go past. He wants to stop and win the round right here. He runs for it. The bomb is planted, sure, but S-Tag, he couldn't escape. He'll get the Tech-9 out instead.
Thanks to this, NIP were able to send the game to overtime, where both teams first won 3 rounds in defense. But in the second overtime, the Swedes were able to take 2 rounds in a row in attack. And this brings them victory on Ancient. OG is 1 step away from relegation elimination from the tournament. Next up, Vertigo. And here, at first, the defense was dominating. And then, the attack performed a good ending and made the score 8-7 in the first half. We see the closest game possible. But in the second half, the Swedes completely beat OG in defense, losing to them only in 2 rounds. The guys from NIP win and go to the playoffs. OG, on the other hand, go home. In a post-match interview, Nexa said that they lacked firepower, that Flames and Dexter are not enough to win. According to him, the Swedes didn't do anything special, they just got better aim. Do you think it's time for OG to hold reshuffles? Next up is Faze versus Heroic. The Danes pick Ancient and confidently start in attack. First, Stavn wins the pistol round in a 1 vs 3 situation, and then proceeds to win another clutch, bringing his team the 5th round. Faze tried to fight back, but the Danes are winning all clutches today, and even the quadro kill from Brokey was not enough to change anything.
And I think they know where he is. He's escaped, good headshot, and now we could play a little bit more for time. Kerrigan gonna tap the bomb, but he has to come up it again, and oh, what a shot! A quad kill, a clutch!
That way, Heroic takes 7 rounds in attack, and it seemed like the victory for them was in the back, because ahead it was defense on Ancient, and at first it seemed like it. The Danes were leading confidently with a score of 14-11, but suddenly, Rops wins an incredible 1 vs 3 clutch.
Where'd you go in this one? He's behind the pillar. He's very out in the open here. I don't know if he could spray all of them down. They're rushing him quick. There's the first kill. They know where he is, and the swinger already gets one more. Oh
That's
my God,
disgusting.
Rops!
And after that, the attack was able to go through the most difficult retake in a 2 vs 4 situation and leaves the defense without money at the end of the map. Faze should have lost on Ancient, but at the last moment they snatched the victory right out of the hands of Heroic.
Gonna miss that one, and Yabi's on his own. Oh,
no.
it's a double nade! A jump! He almost died right then and there. But Brokey just has to wait for time. He's holding the angle. He's ready and waiting. 34 kills and Faze! They bring down Heroic. What an absolutely amazing start to this best of 3.
After such a humiliating defeat, the Danes simply lost their moment on the second map. They were able to take the first round on Inferno only when the score was 7-0, and only thanks to Tessus. But already in the next round, Twists makes it clear that there will be no single chance for a comeback.
Scary Twist walking into it. Did he see it? He does now. Cadian is out of the round. He swings. He's ready! Oh my God!
God
That is
damn.
absolutely disgusting.
Faze completely dominated Heroic, and Kerrigan was destroying the morale of the Danes with his screams.
That's the dumbest thing I've seen, and it's amazing.
In the last round, even 2 entry kills from Cadian didn't help, and the score is 16-5. Faze proceed to the semifinals. Another knockout match ahead. G2 play against Fluxo. Yesterday we saw NIKO and his team fail hard, but maybe they will show a confident game against the Brazilians at least. And it happened so. The score is 10-0, Manesi and Kovac brothers are making highlights, and Huxi has never even died. Only by the 12th round, the Brazilians were able to kill Huxi. Even Blast made fun of this.
Oh no, this is the death. The somber moment. Where it all ended. Huxi. No!
In general, there's no chance for Fluxo. They even managed to lose against the full Echo round in the second half.
Ooh,
they're already inside.
Yeah, they're in B. Oh no, wait a second. Okay.
What the hell?
I don't know how that happened. They got so much space.
I was so preoccupied watching the scout that everything was supposed to go
Wait,
swimmingly.
It's 2v2 and they have long control.
At what could be the unarmored single deagle buy with majority Glock kills. M4 is gonna make the difference by the looks of it. Hunter, what have you just done?
He just comfortably took that second fight because the molly was up and used it to his advantage. I can't believe they won that round because...
It's the same shit again!
Oh.
The G2 gang wins with a score of 16-4, and the next map is Mirage. And it wasn't that easy here anymore. The Brazilians looked much better on Mirage, constantly leading with a good margin in the score. But the attack still managed to take 6 rounds, thanks to such tough frags from NIKO.
Oh!
There it
so
is.
sick.
You could just see it, or you could see it. You knew who it was.
Oh, man.
In the second half of the game, G2 launched a comeback, but they were constantly losing a lot of players, which is why they had big problems with the economy. And as soon as Fluxo won a round, the defense had to respond with an echo. That way, the attack managed to get ahead again and take the 14th round. In this difficult situation, m0NESY saves his team. Thanks to his impact, the defense was able to win the remaining rounds. The score is 16-14. With huge difficulties, G2 still make it to the playoffs.
Hopes to run them down, to gun them down with a Tech 9. It's a close match on Mirage against G2. A close map on Dust2 versus Navi, but with no map wins.
Congratulations to G2 on this victory. The trio of m0NESY, NIKO and Hunter finished the game with good statistics. When these guys are feeling the game, the team wins. By the way, yesterday 2 players at once had their birthdays and they played against each other. Perfecto versus Navi. Not only the prestige of victory was at stake, but also a birthday gift. Let's watch. The last match for today is Navi versus Liquid, the good old classics. Who will be stronger this time? In the first rounds, Navi completely outplayed Liquid on Inferno, but it didn't break them down. The NA team win the hardest 2 versus 4 clutch, after which they start taking rounds one by one. s1MPLE couldn't hide his shock at this point.
Quite sharp.
Oh boy, I bet SDY hopes this match will not be his last in this team. In the 10th round, after 3 entry kills from s1MPLE, his team loses a 5v2 situation. And in the next round, they lose again, after outnumbering the opponent.
Worried about the apartments, but it's all in from lane. Saw the shoulder, flashed in the process. Naf picks up 1 kill. Nitro! Oh! The headshot spray down as the IGL won't stop.
It seems to me that s1MPLE is one step away from kicking out SDY from the team with his bare hands. But despite the failed defense and the lost pistol round, Navi pulled themselves together and began to be dominating in the attack. Now, by some miracle, they are the ones winning rounds in a 2 versus 4 situation. With great difficulty, they had a comeback and went to the 14th round. But in the most important round, everyone dies one by one, and s1MPLE seems to be angry at SDY.
Well,
The same thing happens in the next round.
3 more kills for SungDai Young. Too much to ask.
wow.
Liquid leave the site and still secure 15.
The attack falls apart and poor SDY gets a portion of hate once again. The guys from Liquid win on Inferno. Nitro has done 30 frags, that man is a legend. And SDY got so lost altogether. Here's an example of s1MPLE's influence. This guy just destroyed SDY's morale, and he didn't let Bit get away too. On their Dust 2, Navi decided to get revenge for an offensive defeat on the last map, and just started destroying Liquid without a single chance. The defense was trying everything possible. They strengthened different plans, but nothing worked. The attack players just went out and made headshots. It's 12-3 in the first half. Navi also won the pistol round and they were one step away from victory, but then something strange happens and they start losing everything. Liquid already had a couple of rounds left before overtime, but then Beat tunes in just in time to bring his team the 16th round. And we move on to the decisive Mirage. On the third map, Navi lose the pistol round, but then s1MPLE paired with Electronic to perform a beautiful 2 versus 4 retake. It seemed like we had a close fight coming, but no. In the next round, the defense loses against pistols and Liquid begins their domination again.
Perfecto, no kit on him. It needs to be s1MPLE to defuse, but s1MPLE...
He can't find the bomb.
Oh god!
It's gonna come down to the wire.
Is that the second that he just lost, or does he still have it?
Oh, he can't!
No!
In Navi, only s1MPLE was playing. The rest of the team were just walking targets in a shooting gallery, and Nitro was happily clicking their heads.
Still alive. This is insane. Look how he plays off of these angles.
It's the fact that the first 2 were headshots, Perfectos as well.
What were Navi doing? It was just horrendous. It's no surprise that Liquid, after this, got a real confidence boost, and from this point there was no stopping them. Only 4 rounds in defense from the top 3 team in the world. In the second half of the game, Navi did not show anything at all, except a 1 versus 2 clutch from s1MPLE. The entire team chemistry and all the firepower of the team disappeared all of a sudden. Liquid did not feel any pressure from the opponent, and that was it. As a result, the score is 16-7. A logical outcome. Absolutely low-powered game on Navi's behalf.
Last 2 frags inside the B site. Team Liquid, a 16-7 victory. A top 4 here in Copenhagen. A redemption from Rio. And a spot in the World Finals. Their year still given a chance to end on a high note.
The score is 2-1, Liquid took revenge for the failed Dust 2 and simply destroyed Navi on Mirage. All except s1MPLE and Electronic failed the match according to statistics. The third map turned out to be very weak, but that's not fatal. In any case, both teams proceeded to the playoffs. And by the way, Liquid earned a slot at the main Blast event in Abu Dhabi, winning against Nadas Vincere. Just like G2 and Heroic, December promises to be rather spectacular. And today we continue to watch the matches. Don't forget to subscribe in order not to miss the hottest CSGO news. See you soon.